to come in and stop in and say, well, Herschel Walker lost. I knew he was going to lose the whole time, but I didn't want to. I didn't want to say nothing. I didn't want to. I didn't want to like disappoint anybody, and I didn't just want to go on my intuition and just call it. Like, 'cause sometimes, your intuition is not 100% right. So sometimes you gotta let certain things happen, and then you recognize that your intuition was off or it was working. And my intuition was working, but I wanted to just make sure that I am 100% right and exact. I really don't like to get on my channel and not be exact, because then you end up being wrong. So it's best to get the shit right in the beginning. So that's what I try to do. I'm a little perfectionist, which is not, perfection is okay, but it's not good, because nobody's perfect. Nobody is perfect. Only the Creator is perfect. So, anyhow, Herschel Walker, um, I knew that he would not have gotten. It was close though, because he had 48.6%, and Warnock had 51.4. I think Warnock had 1,800,700. I mean, it's 879,000. So, and then Warnock, I mean, not Warnock, Herschel, he only needed like 100,000 more, and he would have had it. They would have been deadlocked. So it was close. It was a skim. It was close. But I kind of just had this vibe that Herschel was not going to get it, because Herschel is in Aries, and right now Aries have been having some issues this year. I don't know if what's going on in the atmosphere. I haven't really gotten into the atmosphere astrology, like retrogrades and stuff like that. I haven't really gotten into that. So something's going on with Aries people, because if we go back to November the 1st, Takeoff was killed, but it was instigated by a situation with Quavos and Aries. And I told y'all, like, Aries people, they act really quick. It's like lightning with these people. So maybe Herschel was too lightning, like he probably needed to pull it back some. But that's not the reason why he lost. I think people are intimidated by people who are straightforward and speak their mind, and most fire signs are like that. Most Leos, most Sagittarius, and Leo, Sagittarius, and Aries. And they usually just come out with it. Whatever's on their mind, they're going to tell you. And sometimes certain things, like there's a time and a place to say certain things. So, anyhow, first of all, Warnock is a preacher, okay? Georgia is in the Bible Belt. And if everybody has heard of the Black Bible Belt, that's basically the Christian, like, it's really, like, a lot of Christian people live in that area. And the Bible Belt goes long. So Georgia is under that Bible Belt. And then if you have a preacher come along and run for office, they will more likely sway to the preacher because of religious faith. So Herschel was not really the issue. I'm just saying, like, still something might be going on with his chart, or it's either that, or the Bible Belt. Like I said, he's not a preacher. And I'm like, if the preacher has already been out in the public doing the work and people know him, I think it's like familiarity. When people are familiar with certain people, and if Warnock is a native of Georgia, which I don't know because I don't follow him, I don't get into all that with Georgia politics got going on. The only thing I know about Georgia is, like I said, my mother's grandfather, which is my great-grandfather, he is from Georgia originally. And they left Georgia in the early 1900s. So I know nothing's good there, because if you have a whole mass of black people leave a state and go to where there is jobs because they were not having any resources in the South, then, I know nothing's good there. And maybe I need to go back and take a second look at it today. But it's never been on my radar. But yeah, he was not going to get the Bible Belt. Herschal was not going to get it because he's an athlete. And I'm not saying athletes can't be politicians, but they would probably have a hard time going up against a preacher that's a community preacher that's out there preaching the word. That's really in the South. That is, a lot of people are still, they still keep their religion. And the preacher has more sway when it comes into religion. So that's why, I already knew that Herschel wouldn't win that. Even though it was really close. So they're saying that the Senate won't be able to do certain things, and Biden has the go-ahead to do whatever. And right now, it's nothing he can do. He's in office right now. That's a seat of power. I know that everybody do know that their vote is tied to the economy. And whoever you put in office who don't know anything about economies and making law, and they mess something up because it's a scale. And everything has to be even and weighed out. And if it's not, you're going to have chaos. And I've been looking at a lot of people who's been weighing on like the earthquakes and the tornadoes and stuff that's been happening lately. And those are, in religion, those are the signs that, things are not right. So all I can say is people just need to, not everybody has family. So you just gonna have to make a new family, which is like you got people that live near you that support you, you support them, that's your family. And you're gonna have some allies, because they're gonna make the law and it's not going to be good. And then once they keep raising taxes, high taxes equal slavery. And pretty much you just working just to pay taxes. So, hey, your vote is important. It's tied to the economy. So yeah, Warnock did not have an issue because he has he has stake in that community because he's a preacher. In the Bible Belt, preachers were very active. down, you like years. So tell me what you think. Like, share, subscribe. It's a long day. Have a great day.